TOMz.
Ooh, wait, the time has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kelekele teenagers on a mission. Up against SABC One, where life and TV are one.
Most definitely, you know us as the famous presenters that are on standby to take you guys on another awesome journey into the world of life science and technology.
Guys, Caddy.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were into Essendlini?
Yeah.
And just thought to yourself, wow, you know, we suka land.
Probably when I was at the shops.
Cool, but did you like like what materials were used to make the thing?
Oh, you mean it like that?
Yes.
You know, the funny thing is 2 days back I was actually drinking coffee from my mug, and I was looking at it and I was like, why is it so round? And where does the idea of like having a mug and drinking coffee from it actually come from?
Absolutely. And Futi clay, guys, has been used for many years in the process called pottery.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get that round shape so perfect.
Yes, most definitely. So namhlanje we're going to be looking at all of that. And how does the future look? Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Let's
hit
it.
it.
High five. Discover the incredible art of pottery. See how this industry can boost the lives of youth in Mzansi and the incredible process of making an object from the earth. Solakaban's why firing clay makes it so strong. Travel way back in time to see where it all started. Go into infinity and beyond to discover what lies ahead and test yourself along with our friends in our TOMz quiz. Let's get this party started. It is social media time. If it's a media, social media, creator in a clay that you love. I've got a tweet coming in from Mulelo_VG. Atiana, I would create a jewelry box to put all my chains inside. My boy, I'd also do that. I've got another one coming in from Umbali on Facebook. Umbali Chayembe Otiana. I would actually create little dolls and paint them with different types of colors. That's actually dope as well. Maybe you can create a business and sell those dolls. Guys, keep those comments coming in on Facebook. See TOMz on Twitter. See TOMz_SABC_1. Samira says, if they had clay, what would they create? Check this out.
Alright, take a fair to namhlanje silana East Bank High School. We've heard what you guys had to say on social media. So we're cutting us go to Zabang and with Bona. Good batin. So Munjani?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Ngiyaphila namani gama lakho? Ruth namhlanje sikhuluma nge-pottery, ne? Cela nje kahle kahle wena ubucabanga iyini pottery?
Pottery, when we're talking about pottery, talking about clay, isn't things that are made of clay.
I want to know, what is clay used for?
To create some things, or maybe pot glaze, and yeah, just things.
Have you ever made something ezandla zakho and kwabayile?
Yeah, I've done it. Ever since I was a child, we used to get clay out of next to a dam, maybe there at the rural areas, and then we create something out of it, maybe like a clay cow. Then we play with them, we try them using a sun.
I want to know, how does the industry of pottery influence the economy yalana eMzansi?
The pottery seems like it's gonna apply skills to the youth.
It reduces poverty because, you know, not everyone can work. So people that are talented and know how to make things out of clay can use that as their job.
Okay, and or other wares made from udonge, right? So let's get to check it behind the scenes to see how this is done.
Pottery is a term used to describe the process of making pottery wares from natural materials. Many potters use a potter's wheel to do it, which makes the process a lot easier and quicker. They place the material on the wheel and then form it as a wheel spin, creating different contours and shapes. Many different objects can be made using pottery, which is why it is such an important craft. Before the potter's wheel was invented, potters had to do everything manually. Clay from the ground, usually where streams and rivers used to be, and contain all kinds of minerals and plant life. As far back as 24,000 BC, humans and animals figurines were made from clay and other materials. About 10,000 years later, vessels made through pottery were used to store water and food. Around 5000 BC, the potter's wheel was invented, either by the Sumerians or the Chinese. The potter's wheel is the most useful tool you can ever find around Bafetu, and we've been told that the potter's wheel was actually used to create clay objects before the wheel was even created to make transportation.
Imagine discovering that. So guys, that you could use a wheel for, can explain it on social media, so we are look.
TOMz.
Welcome back, Buffets. You guys still tuning to SABC Mzansi for sure. The show lesibizeng teenagers on a mission.
Absolutely right. And ukedi namke besincokola during the ad break about how things are made futhi zisuka phi izinto zasendlini, right?
Yes, most definitely. And the guys in this name namhlanje zenziwa ngomshini. So namhlanje sabesibheka people who are actually doing handcraft work. So how special it is. Yazi ukuthi ujabulisa kanjani to actually buy something that is actually handmade.
Yeah, it's special.
Yeah, asamsobona ukuthi exactly how are they doing it. Go. Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy CADU, I pronounce Caddy, yet on another mission running the streets of Johannesburg. Touchdown at Rosebank. Well, Buffet to place is St. Vincent School for the Deaf. Sabaslangana with a special teacher, Buffet, who teaches the class beautiful art despite their disability. Why are we still here? Let's keep on. Let's go. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
Good, thanks, and you?
Great, I'm so happy to be here.
My name is Desiree Sikola,
yes,
and I'm the Deputy Principal of the Training Center. The school is divided into two sections. One's the academic section, they have their own Deputy Principal, and this is the Training Center, the two blocks here. I'm the head of this Training Center.
Yes.
We will prepare the students with skills for a vocation.
Okay, why is there division?
Some of the students cannot continue with the academic side because of the large theory content.
Okay.
And so they keep failing there. And instead of allowing them to leave school and then walk in the streets without a job, the principal decided to form the training center, which gives the students an opportunity to develop skills. And then we partner with companies outside, and we are able to place the students in a job situation or in a learnership, for example. So last year, for example, 23 of our students were placed in either a learnership or a job with our partners.
What type of skills do you guys have?
So there's hospitality, and we partner with the Bella Laika Hotel in Sandton for that, and the Hilton Hotel. The skills we teach them is basic food preparation, and then we more advanced is following a recipe and creating a dish. And then the hotels accept the best of our students, and in that way we create employment for the deaf students. We also do fashion design, we do drama and dance, we do pottery, we do digital photography, metalwork, woodwork. We're looking for partners all the time to try and place our students in a job after they do these skills.
Oh, this is amazing.
Actually, this is how the pottery department started to grow, and the students started to find greater interest in the pottery. We started by having the students with behavior problems getting thrown out of the class because they couldn't cope, they were disruptive in the class, and so on and so on. And so we got them to make little balls of clay, like these here are actually balls of clay that they press their thumb into it.
Oh yeah?
And then we have it fired and glazed, and then we started making this, which is the trunk of a tree, and then it just developed from there.
Oh. Okay, cool. So let's talk about pottery. What kind of pottery do you guys do? Do you do it at school? Do you have, how many students do you guys work with? And where does it go after you've done with everything?
Okay, firstly the pottery that we start with is called handwheel pottery because we start with using handwork as opposed to doing pottery on the wheel. So it's just to familiarize the students with the clay and so on and make products. The students are about between 5 and 7 in the class, and we get them from various classrooms. The strange thing is that we're getting students who have difficulty in the classroom, difficulty in concentrating, difficulty with behavior problems, disrupting the class and so on. So the teachers give those students to me. And it's just amazing how the students calm down when they're working with pottery. So it's very therapeutic. We found that. And we're able to do some fantastic hand-built work. I think the students feel rewarded because they see the end product of the work. From the beginning to the end, after it's fired and glazed, they have a product that they can either take home to their families and say, look what I've done, or sell it in our craft shop.
Yes.
So it's a very rewarding experience, whereas if they're sitting in the classroom, it's fail, fail, fail all the time, and it's demotivating for the students.
Okay, so can you take me through the process and tell us what must students actually do in order to achieve the skill?
So initially you take a ball of clay and you wedge it, you prepare the clay. The clay has got little air pockets in it, air bubbles. We teach the students the importance of wedging the clay. It's to get rid of the air bubbles. We tell them why it's important. If you put the make a product with the air bubbles in it and put that product in the kiln and you fire it at high temperature, it's going to explode. And all your hard work is in vain. So you teach them the importance of preparing the clay, working at a steady, slow pace. Now students who are agitated in the classroom and always want to finish the work quickly have a problem with that, but in the pottery room they realize the importance of working at a slow pace. Sometimes if they still don't listen to us and then the work explodes, then they learn the hard way why it is now important to work at a slower pace. So the next time they're working on a clay project, they're working on a slower pace. So that's one thing. And now we're teaching them hand-built pottery. Remember I said that this was hand-built pottery. So we're putting two pieces of wood across to help control the thickness of the clay. We teach them how to roll out the clay. And at the moment we're doing hand shapes. We're making products from their hand shapes. So they're placing their hand on it, they're cutting around the clay, they're smoothing it. So it's not just cutting and next. You're taking your time, you're cutting it neatly, because if you rush, you're going to spoil it. Then you smoothen each part of the finger, and then you finally lift it up. You put some newspaper in a bowl, and you place this clay hand now in a bowl, taking the shape of the bowl. Continue to smoothen it out and so on. If you work too fast or too slow, it's detrimental to the clay. You work too slowly though, then the clay is going to get dry quickly and it's going to crack.
Okay, so you use the objects to do different patterns.
You can use anything that you have in your kitchen that makes patterns. Like look what we're using. We're using kitchen knives, we're using little tools that you find in your kitchen. I mean, all these are kitchen utensils. You can use a leaf from the tree, anything that makes patterns. That little roller there is from the kitchen. So it's just your creativity that you just find an object that can make a pattern.
Is like making a pattern one of the most important elements when it comes to clay crafting?
Not really. It depends on what you're doing. Now you're making your name, so you're being creative by making patterns on everything. Like this thing here that the child is making, that student is making. You don't need a pattern on this. It's just smooth clay.
Okay, so what happens after this?
So after this, we will leave the clay on the shelf behind you to dry for about a week. When the clay is dry, then we put it into the kiln. We'll fire it there at 900 degrees for the whole day, and then when the kiln is cool, we open the kiln, take it out, and then it looks like this. Let me show you what it looks like.
What it look like?
So it becomes a little bit hard, but it's still porous. If you put water in there, it's going to seep right through it. But it's a bit more hard. We then prepare the clay now by sanding it down and painting it. And then it goes back in the kiln and we fire it at a temperature of 1120 degrees. And then it comes out glass. It comes out glass. It comes out looking like this. So now this is non-porous. You can put water in it, you can put container, whatever you want to in it. You can use it as a utensil to eat, you can use it as something to drink from. So after the second firing, it comes out non-porous.
The clay is a substance used for many different purposes by Abantu. It formed over very long periods of time as rocks get withered away and break into small pieces. This usually happens through liquids that contain carbonic acid and other solvents. This liquid leaches through many layers on top of the rock and then starts breaking down the rock when it gets there. It takes these smaller pieces that it has taken off into streams and rivers, where it gets deposited with other minerals and biological life.
Wow, Ingati, that's a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun. So if when you had to create something out of clay, what's your in?
I'd actually write my name, just Bund.
So that's
big, bold letters.
Okay, cool. So guys, I'm going to also creator in. It's on Facebook, see TOMz. On Twitter, see TOMz_SABC_1. So that's the ad break. We'll be back.
TOMz.
Hey, welcome back, Mabugeli. You're tuned to TOMz right on SABC1. We're live and TV. Our Uno.
Yes, namhlanje guys, khuluma nge-clay, and sazi ukuthi clay has been around for iminyaka eminingi. Abantu ba-create different objects ukusebenzisa yona. So namhlanje it's still alive. The art is still kicking and fresher.
Absolutely right. And we've been watching some artists doing their thing. Futhi showing us more about this wonderful art form. Let's go back, guys.
Hello.
How are you? How do you say how are you?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you? Okay, so I want to know what inspired you to start the training center?
Well, basically, we are the only school in the Greater Johannesburg that provides opportunities for deaf learners in various fields, and we try to provide as many opportunities to them as possible. Not all children fits into the box of academic fields. Some have different goals, and the training center, we try to meet various needs of the learners. This is why we established the training center, and it's developing greatly. The learners are gaining skills so that they can go in the outside world and do something they want to do instead of doing something they have to do. So this is why we started the training center.
Oh wow, it's amazing. And how's the feedback been?
Very good, very good. It's been successful. We've been successfully placing learners in various employment opportunities, better than we do in the academic section. We've got the hospitality industry, coffee shops, and we've got good relationship with businesses out there. The learners gain basic skills here, and then for the past 3 or 4 years, we've placed 100% of our learners from the training center into various businesses.
There you have it, Bafethu. What an inspiring day, Bafethu. Nothing in life can actually stop you. If you have a disability, they are working hard to do great in life. Otherwise, this is what we call mission accomplished. Your boy CADDY, pronounced Caddy, is out of here. The clay is fired to make it water resistant and to make sure it does not return to a muddy mess where it comes in contact with water. Inside the clay, there is a lot of water molecules. When the clay is heated, usually above 500 degrees Celsius, much of this water is driven off the clay. The bonds inside the clay also become stronger, making the clay shrink a little bit. Clayware then usually gets a glaze, which is a thin coating of glass to protect it further and give it a nice look. It is time for the TOMz quiz. To check out can they answer the questions and can they play all the games who in turn with the champion of being the TOMz Speed Round Master. Check this out.
Sanibonani bahlali, niyazi ukuthi sanithanda futhi nani niyasithanda, and namhlanje siqepheni sethu sesavakashela i-East Bank Secondary School laphayana e-Alexandra. Now uyazibonela ngiwithini, ngifake isiphahlo sami, yazi ukuthini, ngiyabangena to have some fun with you guys as we explore the amazing world of science and technology. Ngoba vele niyazi ukuthi bafethu TOMz is all about i-sci-tech. Sesabuza ke abahlali bethu ukuthi kahle bona bazini nge-science and technology and futhi iba influencer kanjani kuleli lizwe esihlala kulo namhlanje. Now sazi bafethu ukuthi science is a system that we use to better understand the universe. Alright, but today's good TOMz is all about empowering abafundi ngakho kumagaya ezincwadi to leave them motivated khona le ncwadi lizoba assista kumkhakha abafuna ukungena kuwo ngoba this is the time to be thinking about ikusasa lakho. Now let's get bafethu ukuthi TOMz, give it TOMz without ukujiva. Siyafunda la ekhaya futhi sihava fun while at it. We tested their knowledge with the TOMz quiz challenge where we saw Team B winning the first round. Alright, unfortunately you guys are no longer a team. They moved on to the second round where Umoketi Lihuto grade 12 knock out wonke umuntu and made it through to the last round to play the speed round master. And this morning which was a wazin Mushaya left. Unfortunately, my brother, you have been knocked out. Please take your seats. Alright, can we get our next question? True or false? Clay forms naturally over long periods of time. True or false? Siswami, what's your answer?
True.
You say your answer is true? Well, let's find out. And the answer is C. True. Alright, Bafethu, Utejo has made it through to the TOMz Speed Round Master. How are you feeling?
I feel really excited.
Feeling excited, but you're not showing it though.
I'm excited!
There we go! All right, Tika Siswami, this is very simple now. When our 2 minutes, all you have to do is basically take le pattern le efanayo, uyibe kwisplindle ehlukene. You got that, right? You have 2 minutes to do exactly that. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, all right. Let's go, let's go. 20 seconds gone on the clock. No, you can't have the big on the small. Let's go, let's go. 40 seconds gone on the clock. Sambena. That blue block has to move. It has to move. 1 minute, 20 seconds gone on the clock. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That was really close. That was really, really close. Unfortunately, iskhathi sikushayile siswami. Sikushayile iskhathi, but you made your mark. Thank you so much for playing now.
Okay.
Who do you want to say hi to at home? Into that camera, being a little bit
I want to say hi to my mom, my dad, and my sister.
All right, shout out to you. Thank you so much for playing. That's how we wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching the TOMz Quiz Challenge Buffet. Toka manje, siyibuyisela back to studio.
Okay, guys, let's kabanzi ngendaba ye-pottery. And we see that it's really impacting people's lives up in South Africa. So what does the future look like?
Increased needs for objects made from pottery is boosting businesses. This means more jobs becoming available, especially in the manufacturing sector. As more things are made by the machine, abantu are paying more for handmade objects. This opens up opportunities for our artists who work with clay, and also for those who make functional objects like household and gardening ware. Man, unfortunately we've come to the end of the show, but thank you so much for joining us. We had so much fun and we've learned a lot. The revolution still carries on our social media pages. On Facebook, see TOMz, on Twitter, see TOMz_SABC_1.
You can also visit your website here to www.sabceducation/TOMz.co.za just to get a feel of who we are.
Until next time, bye. Next time on TOMz.
Sifuna kabanzi nge-graphic design ihlangane nabantu bakhona. Funa kabanzi about the individual role of each of these talented designers. Thola kabanzi about the technology, software, and skills required for each area of design. Get to know the different emotions our minds associate with colors. Is text going to become entirely optional in future visual communication? Test your knowledge and see how much you already know about graphic design.
Don't forget to tune in to TOMz every Thursday and Friday. Konalago SABC 1 Mzansi for sure.